Hello and welcome, dear soul. My name is Nivin, and this is the beginning of a journey. Not a journey to become something new, but to remember something ancient, something sacred. This series is called The Way to the Heart because no matter how far we go or how lost we feel, every true path, if walked with honesty, will always lead us back there, back to the heart, back to the home within. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever truly paused and asked, what do I really want from life? Not what others wanted for you, not what society said is success, not what your culture, your family, or even your fears have chosen, but you, your soul. What do you long for? Because when we know the answer to that question, life doesn't feel like survival anymore. It feels like devotion, like alignment, like coming alive. But most of us, we don't live that way. We wake up each day and run someone else's race, chase someone else's dream, wear someone else's mask. And then, in a moment of stillness, between the scrolls, the deadlines, the quiet of a sleepless night, a whisper rises. Is this really the life I wanted? And by then, it feels too late. We built a life around the lie. A house we never asked if we wanted to live in. But what if it's not too late? What if today, at this moment, you could pause and ask your heart again? What if you could live a life you actually chose? Not perfect, not painless, but real and free and deeply yours. I often find myself watching children, their laughter, their presence, the way they cry when they're hurt, dance without music, love without shame. And I wonder, when did we forget how to live like that? The answer is simple, but it hurts. Because at some point we were told, be good, be quiet, don't cry, don't feel too much. And little by little, we began to believe maybe who I really am isn't enough. So we put on a mask. We built a version of ourselves the world would accept. And slowly, we forgot the one that was already divine. But that child in you, the one who danced and laughed and didn't need permission to be, that child didn't die. He just got buried beneath the rose, the achievements, the wounds, the expectations. Your light is still alive. Let me share something personal with you. For a long time, I noticed a repeating pattern in my marriage. My wife and I weren't fighting over big things, but we kept getting stuck in small arguments. Same words, same reactions, same pain. At first, I thought, it's her tone, it's her fault. She doesn't understand me. But then I paused and I asked myself, why does this hurt so much? And what I discovered changed everything. I wasn't reacting to her. I was reacting to a wound inside me, a part of me that felt unworthy, that felt I had to be perfect to be loved, that carried guilt, shame, old pain from long ago. I called them the bad boys, the wounded parts of me I had locked away, and to hide them, I created the ego voice, the pleaser, the controller, the one who had to look in control. And then there was the final mask, the one the world saw, Mr. Perfect, polished, social, smiling, even when I was dying inside. But here's the most powerful thing I realized. Those inner selves, the wounded ones, they weren't silent. They were running the show. My wounds were creating my emotions. My emotions were creating my thoughts. And my thoughts were shaping the way I saw everything. Even on social media, I would stop on the reels that matched my fear. Not because the algorithm knew me, but because my energy was guiding my focus. If you carry guilt, you'll find blame everywhere. If you carry shame, you'll see judgment. If you carry fear, the world will feel like a threat. It's not just the world outside, it's the world inside. And in my case, every time my wife spoke with a certain tone, it wasn't her voice I was reacting to. It was my unhealed self. And once I saw it clearly, I couldn't unsee it. I saw the cycle: pain, reaction, guilt, repetition, different moments, same pattern, and I realized something. Life is not punishing us, it's trying to wake us up. To level up, we don't need to hustle harder. We need to be more honest. We need to pause, turn inward, not to fix ourselves, but to remember. Because the truth is, you were never broken. You only believed you were. Your power was never lost. It was just buried under the noise. And once you return to your heart, everything changes. You smile differently. You breathe differently. You begin to live from your divine center. That's why we begin here. Not with answers, not with theories, but with remembrance. Because when you remember who you are, your masks fall, your voice softens, your eyes light up, and your life begins to feel like you. This is the way to the heart. This is the beginning of your return. And I'm so honored to walk this path with you. Let's continue. Read The Psyche Card Within by Nivin Ravi, a book, a mirror, a sacred return. If this remembered you, share it. Read it, live it. You are not broken. You are the divine remembering itself. Thank you.